everybody and get some booms and welcome to this guide and tutorial for the golden shot. Difficulty level is hard and I'm going to show you 10 shots here after been playing the golden shot a couple of times myself. I can say, like, for this guide I've been playing 30 shots to give you the best advice and the best suggestions on how to play it with various type of wind. I'm going to cover wind when it comes to left to right, right to left, tailwind and headwind, and I hope that is going to help you out because this is a hard one and we do need those bird suckers, and we do have Amelia with us today. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel, be a sub if you watch it, if you do want to get some extra help, you can be a patron on patreon.com/gold/Tommy. So it's time to go. We're gonna go in and we're gonna take a look. Golden shot hard. That is hole number 4 from the tournament, if I'm not mistaken. It's hole number 4 or hole number 7. One of the par 3s of the Nordic Fjords in the Christmas Links tournament. We're going to take a look what we actually can win here, and we're going to see here first. We do have. We only have the hole-in-one chest left here, and we do have the obsidian chest if you do get an hole-in-one. We do have the amber chest if you do get the yellow ring, and we do have the crimson chest if you do get the red one. Light blue one is the aqua chest, and then the darker blue one is the cobalt chest. And we are going to play with the golden, not short iron, golden long iron, which has an accuracy of 66, and we are going to play with a ball that has power 1 like normal when it side spin 2 as well. If you do need some more information about the golden shot, you can press the question mark and you can get answer of the frequently asked questions there. We only have one free shot, have that in mind, otherwise we will have to pay for more shots. So it's very important, take a look so you are prepared taking your shot. The guide is never a guarantee for an hole-in-one or a chest, but it's definitely a help tool that will bring you very close to an hole-in-one or getting a chest. You can see here as well, before we start, golden long iron, I'm going to play it in 1.5 per ring, and I wrote golden long iron max distance plus 20% because equally that is the same, but I wanted to write it out for those that just are using a pen and paper and for those that just are using an application, so everyone can get the right info here. So let's go! So we're going to start off with some tailwind here, and first, when we do have tailwind, we're going to go with a max backspin, and we're also going to go max side spin when pointing straight there. Red ring just by the rough on the left. That is the initial landing spot, and I'm going to come back to that, of course, later. We're going to play it here as well, and we're going to play it for the numbers we have, and then we're going to take our shot. You can see here now we're going to go with that slight set of curl, and that is going to be with straight tailwind, straight headwind. We do need to get that tiny bit of curl so we can push ourselves in there to the left. Coming in there very nicely, stops very close to an hole-in-one, and I'm happy with that shot. That is for straight tailwind. And as you already probably have figured out if you watched the golden shot video from me before, I'm talking you through the shots here, every shot for what I'm doing, what is my adjustment. Then in the end, we do summon everything up and you do get my final advice for it. So now we do have 5.8. Now we do have some crosswind combined with tailwind. Now we're only going to play with 3 bars of side spin to the left. Have that in mind. I'm also taking away that final half a bar of backspin. Same landing position, red ring just by the rough. And then we're going to adjust our numbers here. The reason I'm taking away side spin, the reason I'm taking away backspin is because the backspin, we're not having straight tailwind. Then we cannot use the same amount of backspin as we would be in tailwind. And also the side spin, in that case, you can see 3 bars in that way will help us get in there. Using max would put us too much to the left, and using lower amount, then we're going to put ourselves too much to the right. So that is a big trick with this one, and that is what it makes it very tough. Now we're gonna go over and play some headwind here. And headwind, now we really need to pay attention to the compressed ball guideline. Max side spin, if we remember the straight tailwind approach, we do the same here for headwind, even though we have some slight different angle of the wind here. 1.5 bar backspin when it is straight headwind, or like 1.5 to 2. You can see here I'm going with a little bit more curl this time, as for the wind arrows pointing more to the right. And then we need to compensate that going with more curl. And we also hit it great to the right, but you can see we're coming in very nicely here. With a perfect shot, we most likely would have been very close to an hole-in-one. So we do get the red one there, and you can see there the difference there for us is basically the curl and also the backspin. The backspin is so extremely important when it comes to headwind and tailwind. As for the ball guideline is going to be compressed or extended. Again, we're gonna go with almost 2 bars of backspin, slightly less than 2 bars. Max side spin, we have the same type of angle of the wind as we had before, so not entirely straight headwind, but almost. So we find the same landing position. We're going to add again to our numbers. We'll have the max distance with 20% extra, or if we do want to go and call it 1.5 per ring. Same amount of curl, which is max curl with the golden club here. Coming in very nicely, and it bounce and it bounce, and we get it very close. Get to the red ring again, and you can see there the trick with that headwind approach. Study that, note it down, because it's going to be so extremely important when it comes to headwind, that we do get the backspin right, but also that we do get the curl right depending on the angle of the wind. Now we're going to come to the absolute trickiest part, which is left to right crosswind. And the reason I'm saying that is the toughest part is that we do have to adjust down into the creek, like into the water there, if we do want to play on the right. Otherwise we will have to play on the left side. I'm going to show you both from the right and also from the left. I'm having a yellow ring now just by the rough because we need to compensate for that push. I adjust my numbers down, and then I put it up 1 ring extra, due to when we drop down to a lower surface we're going to lose distance, and then we need to compensate by that for that by putting it up 1 ring. Now we still come in too much to the left, so we might have to just move back and just play half of the red ring inside the rough instead, to just compensate there, or go with a little bit less curl. But I played it max curl, max side spin left, and in that case also we went with 3 bars of backspin. Now with this type of wind, I like to go on the left side instead. I'm going to add my white ring, half of the white ring, in like the top right of the white ring is going to be half of it inside the rough on the right. Technical, I know. Max side spin to the right. When we do have some tailwind, we go with 1.5 bar backspin, and then we adjust still for 1.5 per ring. Always max curl when we play it from left, because we do need to kick our ball in as much as possible to the right, and we get it to roll into the red ring, which is very good. If you do use like 2 or 3 bars of backspin instead, you most likely going to find yourself cutting the rough and go short. And if you're using no backspin, then you're going to go too long and you're going to miss everything. So now we do have another try, a little bit stronger wind, but the same type of setup. You can see here again, max side spin to the right, 1.5 bar backspin. And that is because I do have the tailwind. If we do want to play without tailwind, like no, let's say we have straight crosswind left to right, then I would only play with 1 bar of backspin, or a half a bar in that case, because otherwise we're going to still have too much of backspin to play with there. Max curl again. And we're coming in here, this one coming in nicely as well. good speed. We're coming in very close to the pin, and even though I missed the yellow ring, I wanted to take this example as we got a good speed and we got it actually where we wanted to, except for like a tiny bit to the right. But I think it's important to show you suggestions or like alternatives from the left side with that type of wind, because from the right side it's going to be very tricky. Okay, so red ring by the rough. Now we do have some slight headwind here. We go with 3 bars of side spin because the wind is pointing right to left. And then we're going to adjust this shot again as the same way as we're doing. And remember here, we are on the right side, which is going to be the red ring by the rough when we do have the wind straight or pointing right to left. We get it to bounce, we get it to bounce, and we get it to roll for an hole-in-one, which is very nice and makes me happy. But an hole-in-one, I would have to say that if you do, it's going to be way harder if you do have wind left to right than if you have it right to left in some form. But still, we need to get it everything right. So we do drop our first hole-in-one, see if we can get one more. And some good berserker balls as well here to go with. Okay, so 7.6, now we do have some tailwind as well. I'm going to go this approach with the max side spin left and also max backspin. And I'm going to adjust for the same position with the red ring here. The only thing that we need to be cautious with here is if we go with too much of side spin, as we do have the wind pointing to the left. But now I'm not using any curl whatsoever. I'm just letting the ball do the work again. And we get it to bounce. We get it to bounce very nicely. Slows it down and get it in for another hole-in-one. So now we have dropped it with some headwind pointing right to left. Now we have dropped it when it comes with some tailwind pointing right to left. And that's nice. So we're going to see if we can go a triple hole-in-one. So let's get it on. So last shot. Now we do have some more crosswind than we do have tailwind. So I'm going to go with 4 bars of backspin. Go 3 bars of side spin. So I'm taking away that final piece of the backspin as I've described in the beginning as well with the tailwind approach. And then we're going to adjust again for 1.5 per ring. You can see I'm switching a little bit here in the end, going with 3.5 bar backspin instead of 4, which is good. 3.5 bar backspin with 3 bars of side spin to the left, as I did notice that the angle was more pointed towards crosswind than tailwind. And we drop it for the 3rd hole-in-one here, which is awesome. Not that often it happens that I drop 3 hole-in-ones over a couple of accounts, especially not with a tough one like this. So now we're going to try to summon this up. So we start first and we take it slow. We start with tailwind. Straight tailwind, we go with max side spin left, and we go with max backspin. Easy approach in that way. We play right and we play with the red ring just by the rough on the left. We do adjust 1.5 per ring, which is equally max distance plus 20% with the golden long iron. We go with no curl if we do have the wind pointing slightly to the left. We go with just the ball inside the adjustment ring, like the inside the outside of the adjustment ring, if we do have straight tailwind. If we do have wind pointing a little bit more to the right, then we are going to go with half a ball of curl outside to the left of the adjustment ring. When it comes to headwind, then we're going to do basically the same. So if we do have straight headwind, having the ball just inside the outer ring of the adjustment ring on the left with curl. We're going to go with, in straight headwind, I'm going to go with 1.5 to 2 bars of backspin, and when we're going to have max left side spin. If we do have the wind pointing slightly towards what will be to right with headwind, then we're going to have to go with either max curl or half a ball of curl. That's very close. So we say half a ball of curl to the left. If we do have the wind pointed the other direction, we'll go without curl. If we do have crosswind right to left, then we'll go with 3 bars of side spin to the left. And if we do have it crosswind, then we'll go with 3 bars. So 3, 3 when it comes to that. If we do have some tailwind with the crosswind right to left, then we're going to go with 3.5 bar backspin with 3 bars of side spin. If we do have some headwind pointing for us, combined with crosswind right to left, then we're going to go with 2.5 bar backspin with 3 bars of side spin to the left. Still the red ring just touching the rough on the left. If we do have wind left to right, you decide either you play left or you play right. I would consider left as to be more the safer approach. Have half of the white ring, like the top right of the white ring, half of it inside the rough on the right. Then we do adjust max side spin to the right always. And if we do have crosswind, then we go with 1 bar backspin. If we do have crosswind with some tailwind, then we go in that case with 1.5 bar backspin, and we go with max curl. If we do have some crosswind left to right with headwind, then I really strongly advise you play on the right side, because it's going to be very, very tough to get yourself over the rough and the sand if we do have some headwind coming in from the left side. A lot of things to note down. Just go back, rewind, and replay this part if it helps you. Here in the end, I hope you did do well. Please let me know in the comment section below what you did get in your chest, or if you do have any questions. As you probably have noticed, I'm there answering questions for you to help you get that hole-in-one. So here in the end, get some booms in the chat. Happy New Year's and good luck in the golden shot.